So I look at life almost as like a video game, and say you're trying to level up your character, or you're trying to get to the next level, or whatever you're doing, you're probably gonna go through some pretty shitty things to get to that point. One thing I have learned, especially this past month or so, it is perfectly okay to be alone, and sometimes it is needed to be alone. I feel like so many of us go through life and almost use say going out with friends and drinking, which is perfectly fine. I'm not saying you guys shouldn't be going out with your friends and drinking. That's perfectly fine. But I think a lot of us use it as an escape from the problems. So if you guys are doing any outside stuff like that, like getting drunk with your friends, which is fine every once in a while, I promise you it's fine. But if you guys are using that as an escape, or you guys are around a group of friends that are bad for you, but you're only around those because you are scared to be alone, you need to completely squash that. Because when we are alone, yeah, it sucks. You might spend a couple weeks literally just completely to yourself, whether working, school, or whatever. But I promise you guys, when you guys are alone, that is when you truly grow. If you guys can get to a place, which I'm still not really at a place, but if you guys can get to a place where you guys are comfortable just being around yourself all day, you're comfortable taking yourself to dinner, the movies, or some cool stuff like that. When I see videos of people doing that, I'm like, wow, that is the coolest thing ever. That some people are so comfortable in their own skin that they're able to go through life just doing them and not worrying about other people, and not feeling like you need people around you. Being alone is not always a bad thing. If you're looking at it as a bad thing, that's one thing, but sometimes you are alone for a reason, and bottom line is you're probably alone because you are working to become the best version of yourself, and in order to do that, you have to be alone, and you can't keep ignoring what is happening in your brain. As humans, we all know what our flaws are, we all know what we need to fix, and sometimes the hardest part is accepting that. But once we can accept that and say, you know what, say I'm a procrastinator, I'm not gonna procrastinate anymore, I've acknowledged it, but now it's time to act on it. So I look at life almost as like a video game, and say you're trying to level up your character, or you're trying to get to the next level, or whatever you're doing, you're probably gonna go through some pretty shitty things to get to that point. So I think we always look at oh my god, this problem, this sucks, why is this happening to me? Instead, look at all your problems or things that have sucked in your life happening as, okay, this happened to me, what is God and the universe trying to teach me, and what is God and the universe trying to get me to evolve or change in? So if you have a shitty situation happen to you, if you can accept that it's a shitty situation and that you might be heartbroken right now, or you might be in a horrible headspace, if you can accept that, and instead of looking at it as why is this happening to me, instead look at it as, this is happening to me for a reason, and here in a couple months I'm going to perfectly understand why this is happening to me, and it's going to change me for the better. If you can look at all your problems or all your hard situations like that, promise you, the universe is going to hear you, God is going to hear you. All that positive thinking is going to turn those negative emotions into positive emotions, which are going to affect your life in a positive way. I'm really big on manifesting your dreams. When I think of manifesting your dreams, it's believing in something that you don't have yet. So if you want to, say, not be a skinny twig like I didn't want to be a couple years ago, I manifested that I'm gonna hit the gym, and each time I hit the gym, I'm gonna get a little bit stronger, I'll put on a little bit more weight. So basically, I realized that being in the gym for a couple months, instead of hoping to get big, throwing in my mind I'm gonna grow muscles, I am growing muscles, I have muscles. So I literally manifested the physique. I think if we believe we have something, especially if it involves mental strength, if you're feeling fearful, instead of saying you're fearful, saying I have faith that everything's going to work out, I think your mind will start to work in your favor, and you will almost trick your mind. Your mind, as humans, horrible. My mind, overthinker, it's crazy. What happens up here is nuts, but most of what's happening up here is not reality. This is a whole different universe compared to what's actually out here. Your brain is sometimes good, but not always good. So trust your heart, guys. It's still weird me to like sit here talking to you guys like this, but I want to keep connecting with you guys like this. I have a lot going on in my brain constantly. But all right, guys, I love you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the first episode. Write in the comments what you guys want to hear in episode 2. And I'm gonna go hit the gym. I'm gonna film tonight. So yeah, you guys see a video here soon. See ya. YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today's video, as you can see, is an advanced weighted in gym ab workout. I trained, what you guys saw in my last video, I trained with my bodybuilding coach here in St. Pete, and we are planning a show probably around like December time, but we haven't really discussed it yet. But long story short, my cat is knocking stuff over. I don't know why you have to do that. Cooper, why? I don't know if you guys have cats, but Cooper feels the need to walk on everything that I own and just hit everything off. Right now he's in the bathroom just knocking over. Okay, sorry for the point. All right, so we're doing a bodybuilding show and I'm a little fluffy boy right now, so I need to do some cardio tonight. We're doing legs and abs. I don't think I'm gonna film legs just because this gym is so small, guys, that if there's even like another person in the gym, I feel bad even filming. But listen, I'm going back to Ohio here next week. The gym there is massive and I'll be able to train, I'll be able to film literally everything that I'm hitting. But all right, let me go give you guys a little ab update and then we're gonna drive to the gym, so let's go. All right, fam, here's a little ab update. I'm a little fluffier than I have been in a minute, honestly. I've been eating a lot of Chipotle, a lot of other stuff. So, diet starts this week. Honestly, just a lot of water weight. Once I do some cardio, I'll be chilling. But yeah, we need these abs popping on stage. So that's what we're gonna go do. All right, I'm gonna make my pre-workout real quick and then we're gonna go to the gym. All right, so pre-workout for today's leg day / ab is going to be some water, of course. And strangest thing ever, but I ordered just some beta-alanine off of Amazon. Last night I was like bored going through supplements and I was like, oh, fuck it, we'll just go get some beta-alanine. And, oh, this is unflavored too, damn. I thought I got flavor. But it just like didn't come with like a scooper for some reason. So I need to grab like a spoon or something, hold up. All right, so what we're gonna do is, I guess we're just gonna do like literally half a scoop of this. You don't wanna eat that, but fucking be shaking all night, which, guys, Cooper's already a nut job. We do not need him on beta-alanine. Okay, buddy. Maybe just like a little bit. I haven't taken beta-alanine in a while. Honestly, I haven't really taken pre-workout in a while. This isn't really considered like pre-workout. It kind of is, but I haven't really taken pre-workout or anything in like months. All I've been doing is like sometimes having like half a rain. Buddy, why? There's no way. There's no way. It doesn't even smell like anything. It's literally unflavored. There's not a shot. Guys, I don't know what is up with Cooper. I think it's because I found him like on the street low key, but any food you give him, literally anything, it doesn't matter what it is, he scarfs it down. Like, I think I've given him so much human food at this point, and there hasn't been one single thing that he hasn't eaten. Like, not one single thing. He's literally had everything you can think of. But, all right, guys, that's the pre-workout of the day. Probably gonna be jittering my ass off tonight, but I kind of like that beta-alanine feeling. It's kind of where I got it. I kind of like that like tingle, like when you feel like spiders are crawling up your neck. But all right, going to the gym. We're doing legs. I'm not gonna film legs because that's a boring one to begin with. 2, the gym's so small, but I promise you I'm gonna do it, okay? I'm doing legs, but when it comes to abs, guys, I literally get this question nonstop, and I so firmly believe that abs are made in the gym and shown in the kitchen. I will pop up a picture right here, and this is me from my first ever bodybuilding show. I don't even really consider it my first ever bodybuilding show because I have no idea. I had no idea what I was doing. But I was still pretty lean. I wasn't like show ready lean, but I was still pretty lean and I didn't have abs. And then I started training abs like crazy for my next 3 shows, and this is how they looked. So I feel like that is just proof that training your abs does work. It's not a waste of time. Literally, if you have a strong core, everything else is gonna follow. Your core is the most important, so why wouldn't you train it? It sucks, it does. But it's like running. Once you get in the habit of it, it actually becomes kind of nice. And waking up in the morning and your abs being sore is underrated, I promise you. So, let's go.